Hey Joe fans, JoeFan82 here. This is the Halloween season and I thought that would be the perfect time to review the Zombie Viper. This guy was first released in 2011 with the 30th anniversary, but he was re-released in this 2-pack in 2016. This was called the Zombie Patrol 2-pack and it came with two identical figures. And let's go ahead and take a look at the design and sculpt of just one of them since they are identical. And this is one of my favorite modern figures. Just the level of detail on this guy, on these figures, is amazing. And look at that head sculpt. Fantastic. You can see the brains are a bright blue coming out from his head. He's got some nasty teeth going on there. And he's in some kind of, looks like a flight suit with some straps. This is a kind of a dull green, and this web gear is, I guess, a brown. And very nice detail coming down the back. I don't think this was used for any other figure. He's got the Cobra symbol on his left arm. And coming down his arms, there is some damage to his uniform, and you can see there's these little pieces of his uniform that are tattered and falling off, and his zombie skin is coming through, and such a great sculpt on the hand. It's that kind of classic zombie reach. Whoa, see, there it goes. These will come off kind of easily if you don't get them on just right. So you got to kind of get it in the right position there. But it looks really, really cool. And coming down, he's got some tools on here, which I doubt he'll ever be using, being a zombie. Looks like some flares or flashlights or something. These straps come down, they're kind of hanging, they're torn. You can see some torn detail on the end. These have a little bit of a texture. I don't know if you can kind of tell that on the screen, on the camera there, but these have a little bit of texture. And the uniform continues down. You've got some of his skin coming through on the knees, and he's got no shoes. He's got zombie feet, and just some great sculpting, great detail. See all his toes. Just a fantastic sculpt. This was really a high point. This was in the 30th anniversary, originally designed in the 30th anniversary, which came right after the pursuit of Cobra. So really what many consider to be the height of quality for modern G.I. Joes. So this 2-pack came with two identical figures, and they had identical accessories. Let's take a look at those. They each come with one helmet, which is a nice translucent plastic with dark gray. It's got some holes in the back. And this canister, which has, I believe, Compound Z is supposed to be in there, which is what turned them into zombies. And this ribbed hose, which is a translucent plastic. And they connect onto the figure like this. The helmet obviously goes on his head, and the canister snaps into the back. I guess you could put it into any one of these, but I put it in there, and the hose comes out and attaches to the top of the helmet. And you can take this off. You don't have to have it in there. He looks okay without it. And the helmet is very snug. It's not going to fall off on its own. They also come with these two long zombie arms, which have great detail, excellent sculpt. These are just some wild and crazy designs, and I think they're fantastic. They are a light gray and a light blue color, washed kind of over in spots, the same that you'd see on the zombie's skin. So let's go ahead and look at what they look like when they're attached. And here he is with those long arms attached, and they look fantastic. As I said, great design, great sculpt, and you can mix and match, put either one or one crazy long one and one regular arm, whatever you want. Here they are side by side, regular arms and long arms. And they come with the figure stand, has a cobra symbol, and it says Zombie Viper. So let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation for the figure. They came with the standard modern figure articulation. The head is on a ball joint and does not do a full 360 because of this harness in the back, but he has a nice range of motion up and down, slide up and down, and right and left. His shoulders do a full 360 and come up about so far. His elbows can do a full 360 and come up about 90 degrees. He does have another joint here on the forearm, and that can do a full 360. You got to be careful with that though, because sometimes if you're using the regular arm with the material piece from his uniform, that can sometimes be a little loose and it'll pop right off. There is a joint at the wrist. His hands can do a full 360, and this hand can come up like that. This hand has the same joint, can come up or go down. He has a joint in the torso you can't really see because of the web gear, but it's there. He has slight movement with it on. His legs come apart about so far, and they are on socket joints. The knees, he's got double jointed knees, and he's got ankle joints that do a full 360 and another hinge. So really nice articulation for these guys. I want to go ahead and show the difference between the 2016 version of the figure and the 2011 version. This older one has the long arm. So you got to get, from a distance they look pretty similar, but once you get up close, the newer figure has a paint app on the knees that looks like his skin tone, whereas the older figure the paint app is just like his uniform. I think this version looks better. Also on the head, the newer figure has a brighter blue, and there's no wash across it. No wash over here on the, not much of a wash over the hair, but you can really see a difference. There's a wash, a darker blue, and more of a wash over the hair. I don't know if you can really see that too good in the camera, but so there are slight differences between the figures. Overall, I think the older one edges out the newer one just a bit based on those small paint details, but otherwise these figures are exactly the same. Let's take a look at their file card. It says Cobra Trooper, codename Zombie Viper, file name various, primary military specialty infantry, secondary military specialty viral sabotage, birthplace various. At first I thought this said Virginia, but it's just various. The paragraph says Zombie Vipers are Cobra infantry troopers who have been given a mysterious chemical substance, Compound Z, that has turned them into drones. Wiped of all thought, they follow orders mindlessly and cannot be reasoned with or sidetracked. They have retained their skill in combat. In fact, their desire to fight has been increased, making them more dangerous than before. In other words, they are deadly zombie warriors. And there's some really nice artwork of the zombie there on the side. Overall, I think this is a fantastic figure. In case you can't tell, I really love this guy. If you are in the mood for a slow moving zombie that's going at a snail's pace, or if you need a quick undead killer, these guys will do the job. I highly recommend picking these guys up, either the 30th anniversary or the 2016 2-pack. That's going to do it for me, guys, for this video. I hope everyone has a safe and happy Halloween. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.